bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. First for Miami, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James. And it's Haslem at the 4 slot. And for the Knicks, Belton is out there with Iman Shumpert. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1" rebounder, shot blocker, and leader Tyson Chandler. Then it's Anthony. And it's Bargnani in at the power forward position.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
Haslem. Shot is off. Nice D from Bargnani. And the Knicks with possession. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Erik Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
I talked to him about plans he had coming into this game, and the one thing he told me was that he wanted to make sure it didn't come down to the wire, saying with guys like Melo and Amari, I don't want the ball in their hands with a chance to win it at the end. We need to get out ahead early and never let them back in it. We'll see if they're able to avoid a close finish, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
You know, for a long time, the Knicks were viewed as a young team on the rise, but when they added Rasheed Wallace last year, the average age went to 32, which was the oldest team in the league last season. And we saw it in their play. They were a group of veterans out there.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Here's Haslem. The Knicks making the shot. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And for the Knicks, the veteran leadership helped them at times as they had to go through some very tough stretches, Steve, due to injury.
Yeah, they did go through some stretches, but they really did well to secure the division title and get that high seed going into the playoffs. They had a pretty decent run, all in all, but this is a team that has higher aspirations than just getting to the conference semis.
Clock at 4. Here's Shumpert. From the top of the key, he buries it. Shumpert's got his second basket of the game.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Here's LeBron. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And maybe above all else, we should really mention just what a fantastic setup man he is. So many of their baskets come as a result of one of his assists.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And as he has gained more experience in the league, Wade has taught himself to rely a bit more on his jump shot and a little less on attacking the rim. But still, you see his confidence really lies in his ability to attack the lane.
Felton kicks to Bargnani. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosh. Battier comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. And Wade, still a player who thrives on getting in the lane, Clark, and for his career, under 30% from long range.
Yeah, you know, his jump shot is more of a mid-range weapon, quite honestly. He loves the bank shot, loves the floaters, and is always looking to get somebody in the air with that pump fake. And usually, more times than not, guys bite, and he gets free throws.
He gets to the line, you're right. Nice shot by Smith.
Late reaction from the defense. He's always going to make good on that.
The three from LeBron. Udrih grabs the board. The Knicks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Leads him in there. Felton. They double him with LeBron. Felton against Battier. Battier. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Anthony with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. That's a 2 from Smith. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Battier. Anderson kicks to LeBron. And the shot falls short this time. The Knicks with the lead. Now Felton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line. You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Udrih. Doubled by Cole. Here's Udrih, defended by Cole. James, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Now, here is Battier. Allen dishes to Anderson. Fades and shoots. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Guys, last year, Dwayne Wade set a career high for field goal percentage at over 52%. D-Wade said, quote, "Back when I had the team, I was the top player. I had to shoot shots I wasn't comfortable with. I made some, I missed a lot. I have a different role on this team. I don't have the ball all the time, so I need to take shots that come and understand which shots are my shots." Kevin, you gotta love the dedication to efficiency for the team's sake.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks. That's good. World Peace has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Knicks.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead. Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older, when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that the defenses will back off you. And that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade, adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
Bargnani has checked in for New York. Now, here is Smith. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Heat shooting for the game at 42%. The feed to Haslam. Back to Wade. He dishes it to Haslam. Pass to Chalmers. He kicks it to Wade. Haslam, defended by Bargnani. Haslam, that's good. And, Steve, you go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the 4th time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And, Kevin, he led all shooting guards in player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak truth. He's the best shooting guard in the game.
No good from Bargnani.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And Kevin, he's really solidified his role as the closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they'd go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have 2 guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants.
And he makes the first.
Well, for a long time, for the New York fans, going to see a Knicks game was an exercise in masochism, but they've turned it around in a big way, and now this is a tough place to play for a road team.
That one misses. New York leading by 3. The drive by Shumpert. Udrih. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And, Clark, that's what winning's going to do for you. The Knicks had the 2nd-best home record in the East last season as they won 31 games here.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's so much mystique here in this building. I mean, everybody loves to play in New York. It's the mecca for basketball in this country. And when NBA players come into New York, they can't wait to play against this Knicks team. And the Knicks, they want to defend their home floor.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Udrih, the pass to Bargnani. Dishes to Udrih. And there's the pass to Smith. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
He feeds it to Chalmers. Kicks it to Haslam. There's the dish to Bosh. Chandler with the steal. Poked away. And Udrih kicks to Shumpert. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Udrih. Clock at 6. Smith for 3. Kept alive by New York. Shumpert dishes to Bargnani. Back to Shumpert. New York moving the ball around. The drive by Smith. Second chance shot. He lays it in. And now an 8-point Knicks lead.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
The Heat shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Back to Chalmers. The tray. Felton with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 8. Shumpert with it. Wade picks him up. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Shumpert defended. Oh,
Down that time.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, 2 teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
With the lead pass, Wade, he shoots again. Here's Bosch. That one off the back iron and out.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Mario Chalmers. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the charts. Absolutely fantastic.
The three from Anthony. Rebound by the Heat.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Anderson kicks to Wade. Back to Anderson. Taken away by Anthony. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Feeds it to Felton. And yes, sir, that one drops. Felton's got 4 points now on the court.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Anthony's shot is off.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
And so we conclude the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up
now. Presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. New York leading against Miami. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. A nice first half turned in by Iman Shumpert. He's got 7 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And midway through, the Heat are still alive. A gritty, hard-nosed effort. They're hungry for
the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Smith really had a good quarter. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Going forward, I think it'd be a good idea to let him spend a little more time behind the arc. He looks like he has a nice touch from out there.
Haslam covered by Anthony. Haslam, the pass to Bosch. No problem on the jumper in close. Bosch has got the first basket of the second half here for the Heat.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Chandler kicks to Felton. Chandler with a screen for Felton. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Pass to Haslam. There's the feed to Chalmers. LeBron lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Anthony.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
Shot clock at 3. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that foul. The shot clock was running low. He should have just held his ground and played straight up D and challenged the shot.
Pass to Shumpert. Lets it go. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 4 assists in the game. And for LeBron James this season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection too, shoots fewer 3-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
Timeout called the Heat.
Well, for so long, the Knicks have been the punchline of the Eastern Conference the last decade. Poorly managed contracts and questionable trades really kept them from rising to the top in the East. But once again now, they look like a powerhouse.
The Heat trail by 10. And Clark, you were right. The Knicks were a powerhouse last season. Steve, 37 wins against the rest of the conference, and they just would dominate other teams at times.
Well, they're a team that doesn't really want to run a lot or force tempo. They just kind of want to get you in the half court. They don't turn the ball over, and they bury you from long range. So, yeah, they found their identity last year, and it really dominated in that Eastern Conference.
New York calls timeout.
A lot of people picked the Heat to run away with the East last year, and they were right on target. They were just so far and away better than any other team in the East that you just didn't see them losing much during the course of the season.
As you said, the Heat clinched the East pretty early and were able to rest up a lot of their players down the stretch. Steve, never easy to win when everyone expects you to win games, but the Heat didn't seem fazed by the pressure at all.
Well, this is a championship team, and I think once you win that first title, you get a different level of confidence, and that showed last season as Miami rolled to their second title in a row.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
The Knicks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
And the first one drops. Chandler hits them both. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Back to LeBron. Pass to Bosh. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. The Knicks leading by 12. Outside, Felton. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Hey, last season Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Wade dishes to Chalmers. Haslam. He passes to Wade. To halt the run. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived, because he's a kind of a combo guard. He plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter. He can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Knicks making a change here. World Peace is checked in. And it's LeBron missing.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Felton. Felton has got 6 assists in the game.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow. What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he'd been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit, and that's been impressive.
And there's the call on Bosh. And that'll be his third foul so far. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Stoudemire, the pass to Carmelo. And down it goes, jamming that one home. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
The Heat trail by 18. And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary. And I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. In general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league and did an excellent job with New York a season ago. They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. An even 3-on-3 break. Anthony can't hit.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
The Knicks leading by 15.
A lot of high hopes for the Knicks in last year's playoffs. They started off so hot, but then let the series against Boston drag on, and eventually went to 7 games, and they fell to the Pacers in the second round after that. Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
He dishes it to LeBron. Back to Wade. He kicks to Bosh. No good. Great D that time from World Peace. And the Boston series did drag on him, you could tell. You wonder if they were a bit fatigued going into that Pacers series. Steve, Indiana just outplayed him, outworked him in every way in the second round.
Yeah, I think it was a factor, Kevin, and really the Knicks have only themselves to blame. They had Boston down 3-1 and a home game to close it out, but they couldn't get it done. And there's no doubt that affected them against Indiana in the next series.
Here's Udrih. Chandler, he's guarded by Haslem. Here's Bargnani with the 3. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. The Heat trail by 17. LeBron kicks to Haslem. Back to LeBron. Chalmers dishes it to Cole. Takes the 3. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The pass to Bargnani. Fires from the corner. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Free throw, Chandler. The Heat making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so here is Miami. Here's Wade. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 8 points for Dwayne Wade. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
How about all the points they're getting off turnover?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the breakaway.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Launches it. That's good.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And he's a great three-point shooter, too, especially when he lets it go from one of those corners. He doesn't miss many of those.
Nice shot by Smith.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Chandler with the steal. 4-on-3 break. And again, it's J.R. Smith. And the Knicks lead by 20.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Udonis Haslem. And for the Heat, they're shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Here's Bosh. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for New York. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And sometimes when you have a big lead like this, you get a little lazy, maybe a little sloppy offensively.
Ray Allen, he's checked in for Miami. Chalmers dishes to Bosh. He feeds it to Anderson. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Kicks to Carmelo. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop. Well, what a year for Melo. He just started so hot, and he kept it going throughout last season. Led the league in scoring, and I think really became the superstar that he seemed destined to become.
The 3 from LeBron. They grab their own miss. Bosh. And that one's good. Bosh has got 10 points here in the second half.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Felton kicks to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 15 points for J.R. Smith. Going back to Carmelo, the superstar. This season, his jersey sales jumped to first, Clark, in the entire NBA.
Seems like a good fit for him in New York. I mean, his star has been magnified there, but it's due to his play. I mean, he embraces the expectations. When you think back to that game in April where he dropped 50 on the Heat, I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Felton kicks to Chandler. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Back to Chalmers. The dish to Haslem. Bargnani on him. And that one comes up a bit short. The Knicks leading by 20.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Well, for Andrea Bargnani, only 35 games played last season, guys. Injuries and inconsistency have really plagued the former #1 overall pick of the 2006 draft.
Allen kicks to Chalmers. Feeds it to Haslem. Baseline jumper. And there's the rejection. Outside Felton. Rejected by LeBron. Chalmers pass to Bosh. And again, it's the Heat missing. Going back to Bargnani, Steve, how much do you think the pressure of living up to the #1 pick and not being able to bust weighs on him from season to season, game to game?
Well, at this stage, I think that stuff should be in the past. It's all about just focusing on getting better. He's been in the league for 7 seasons. We know he can pick and pop and be a space format. The challenge for him is to round out his game and be better on the boards and defensively.
In his return to New York, I tell you, Raymond Felton looked to have his best season yet as a pro. He came in and made plays and filled the void left at the point guard spot for the Knicks.
But he recovers it. Haslam dishes to Chalmers. Allen covered by Smith. LeBron kicks to Bosch. To end the run. That doesn't go either for Bosch. And for Felton, I guess, just something in the water in New York. Stevie, he's played his best basketball in the big city.
Yeah, he had a good run there several years back before he was traded to Denver as part of that Carmelo Anthony trade. And now that he's back in New York, Felton once again having a terrific impact on that team.
Bargnani with the ball. Passes it to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Felton. Chandler, the pass to Felton. Back to Chandler. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
And a new group in for the Heat. Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Anderson right side. It's tipped. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Throws it up high. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Kenyon Martin is checked in for Bargnani. Allen dishes to Haslam. From deep. It's rebounded by New York.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Allen for 3, and the shot is good.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Some frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Udrih hits them both. Miami's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Allen, guarded by Hardaway. Good ball movement here by the Heat. From deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Really terrific three-pointer. Not much more the defense could do.
Now Udrih. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And the Heat making a change here. Wade's checked in. Anderson against Stoudemire. Here's Udrih. Martin kicks to Hardaway. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys. Guys, Kenyon Martin was signed by the Knicks towards the end of last season as they dealt with a litany of injuries, and he really delivered. I mean, he's 35 years old, microfracture surgery on both knees, but he's still got some bounce in those legs, and we know he's got plenty of intensity.
Hardaway with it. Now defended by Cole. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 18 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Battier kicks to Cole. And again, Miami with the triple.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Knocked away. Stolen by Anderson. So no problem for New York as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Raymond Felton.
Extra bright, I want y'all to see.